Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Alex, and today I want to show you a new part I got for the Valiant, which is actually an old part. It's discontinued, but I've been looking for one for a long time. And before I show you, just want to share a quick story about how this came about. So I've been talking about this on my channel over the last 2 years or so, and somebody finally got up with me on Instagram, said they had the part. I got his phone number. We started talking on the phone. He lives a couple of hours from here, and as we were talking, he was just talking about racing growing up and Mopar stuff and all kind of things like that. We talked for a while, and he lives pretty close to Dothan, and Dothan is where I bought Mr. Jones. Turns out he knew Tom Jones, the previous owner of the '69 Valiant that I have, and he knows his family and all this stuff. Tom Jones has since passed away, but he goes on to tell me all these stories about Tom Jones and seeing the car on my channel, but not really putting together where it came from. He said it looked like Tom's car, but it's got some primer on it that wasn't there whenever he saw the car. But anyways, really cool. I ended up going up there, getting the part from him. So Tom Jones, I believe it was his stepdaughter or something, she left a message on the channel saying thank you. I'll show you that real quick. And anyways, I went up there and I got the part, and we ended up staying up there I probably talked to him for about an hour or 2 hours, looking at his Mopars. And yeah, just a cool guy. He has a lot of information, a lot of growing up around Mopar stuff, so he has a lot of knowledge. But anyway, with that being said, that was a great trip. This was a great find, and I want to share it with you. Okay, here we go. This is not completed, and I'll show you why in a second. Here we go. That's what he had. Mopar M1 intake for a Magnum. Now, if you remember, I bought one of these the other day at Swap Meet as well for the LA engine. That one's inside, but finally got one for the Magnum. Got a decent price on it. Paid him $400 for it, which is a little less than what they've been going for. They've been going for $5, but it's a 2.5 hour drive, so I ended up paying $5 for it when you include gas and all that. But anyways, so far, as you can see, it's installed, but I'm not complete with it. We have, so thermostat housings are different. This one's moved over. I'll show you in a second. Just kind of remember what we're going over here. This is angled on the other intake, so I have to get a little nipple there. Hopefully I can get that to bend around. We have a different thermostat housing size. And then this was, I think it was a 1/4 MPT. I ended up drilling it and tapping it for the cooling temperature sensor there for the FiTech. So gonna have to make a couple of changes here on top of drilling that already. And also, this thing is, I measured it 5 inches, so I put a level across here, measured from the bottom of the front of the intake manifold, 5 inches and 9/16 tall. So right here. And then come over here, and as you can see, look, you can see us. This is how I measured it. And this one is 4 3/4, something like that. So we might have some hood clearance issues now. The thermostat, I'll show you that. As you can see, this is the 3.5 inch bolt pattern, and it's centered over here real quick. This one is off center at an angle, and it's the small bolt pattern. Then this is at an angle here. The Magnum one, the M1 is facing this way. And I think that's about, oh, nope. The spot where the coil goes is here, right? Which I like. And there's not one on the M1. So that's why it's not complete, but it is on there. I had to go to the store this morning. Got a new gasket here, new thermostat, the little thermostat. You can see the difference here. big thermostat versus little thermostat. And got those parts this morning along with some more cool down, because just running water and cool down, no antifreeze in this thing. But I think I don't know, I like the M1s. That's why I have 2 of them now. You know, honestly, the dual plane was working really well. I mean, I have no complaints with this dual plane. This thing just has been working great. And also, something I always do is notch these out. Somebody was saying that the dual plane is going to have issues with the FiTech because video on Engine Masters, they had a problem. They couldn't get it running with the, I think they had the Holley or maybe the Fast EFI. But they were like, you're going to have problems with it because Motor Trend had problems with it. Well, I believe this notch takes care of that. If you have a solid divider, I think that you probably will have problems with the throttle body injection units, but just my opinion. Also, this is a Proform. This is a Chinese, you know, intake manifold, and I just feel more comfortable with something that's American made and made for this engine, and not a dual bolt pattern, universal, not universal, but it works for the LA and the Magnums. So I just feel more comfortable with this. And another thing is, basically every video somebody comments that I need a single plane intake. Well, nobody could ever provide any information on why. They just say you have to have a single plane with a turbo. Well, on Richard Holdner's video, he shows dual plane actually works perfectly. The fuel distribution is perfect with a turbo. There's no issues. But I'm just tired of hearing the comments, and I have to waste my time answering those comments of why I don't have one, or I have to ask, you know, can you show me proof that a dual plane doesn't work? And I've never gotten anybody that could show me any proof. Now Richard Holdner has done that. So thanks to Richard Holdner. Appreciate that. But anyways, I'm gonna have a little clearance issue on the hood, I'm assuming, since we're almost an inch taller, 3/4 of an inch or so. But I like the way the thing looks. You can see I got a little brake clean on it and it discolored it. I'm gonna try to fix that. But anyway, I love these things. I had one on my 88 Dakota. I have a video, 2 videos of that truck. Man, I missed that truck. But anyways, can't get them back. I've tried looking for it. But anyways, I'm gonna get this thing, I'm gonna start working on it again here in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the throttle body on, and just start. I need to throw the thermostat housing on, try to figure out if I need to change radiator hoses, figure out what thermostat housing I'm gonna use. I have one here that may work pretty well. So right there, and as you can see, it's not that bad of a bend there. And this one's even pretty close. So you can imagine the other one's kind of sitting right here. Might work out for me, not too bad. And then also just getting my bypass hose hooked up and getting me a new fitting right there. The other option I have my LA sitting over here. This has the standard straight thermostat housing straight up. Might test fit that one and see if I like it better or whatever. But that being said, now when the LA goes into a car, truck, whatever I find, or whatever I have in store for you guys, can do a little shootout on the manifolds. Chinese manifold versus, got a 360 torquer over there, and then also the M1 for the LA inside the house. So I can do a little shootout. Obviously, stock 4-barrel intake, leave that on there, test it as well. But just something I have in mind for future videos, and hopefully you guys will like that. So anyways, there she is. Pretty excited about it. Hope she runs as good as she does with the dual plane. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, and the day after I bought this on Friday. We were off work. It was a day after Thanksgiving. So took a ride over, bought this on Friday, and then on Saturday went to Holt, and they were having the Paul Walker Memorial race. Wanted to check that out. That was a pretty good ride, and turned out it was a pretty weak turnout. So I was gonna make a video on that, decided not to, but I'm going to add some footage to the end of this. So that's going to be it for today. I'm going to get to work. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm going to show you a little bit of drag racing and car show from the Paul Walker Memorial, and I'll see you guys next time.